If you're anything like me, you do most of your guitar playing at home. And even though I'm usually not playing for a crowd or anything like that, I still want to sound good. I don't want to pick up my guitar and sound like a beginner or a noob forever. And there's a small chance that I might go somewhere and there might be a guitar and someone might go, "Hey man, don't you play guitar? Why don't you play us something?" Well, I don't want to sound like I don't know what I'm doing. So I got a couple, three, four tips that'll help you sound more like a pro. And even if you do play gigs, watch this video. You might learn something. The first tip that I want to give you is to mess around with moving the open chord shapes. They don't necessarily have to just be in the open position. And when we move them and let those open strings still ring out, we might get some cool tones. That's just the E major shape, moving it to the A major bar position and the B major bar position, but without the bar. And you see, it sounds really, really cool. But we don't just have to stop there. We can take that major shape and drop our index finger down one fret in certain positions, and now we've got even cooler sounds. That sounds pretty cool, right? So another thing that we can do is go down to our A open position and play, essentially this is like an A sus2, where I'm letting the B string ring out open, but we can move that too. There's so many different possibilities, and the fun thing about this is we can play around with it. We can play A minor open shapes, we can play E minor open shapes, and playing around with your ear, you'll know if something sounds good or not. Like maybe this. Not really. So just play around with that kind of concept and see what you can put together. You might come up with a nice little song that you didn't know that you had in you. Another tip to help make you sound a little more profesh is to embellish your open chords. The cool thing about being in the open position and playing those chords is most of those open strings are going to sound good with those chords. So that's another one. Play around with it and see what you come up with. Another really cool trick, whenever we're playing C or F or any of those chords, adding the fifth to the bass. And really what that means is, instead of playing C like this, play it like this. That sounds a lot fuller. And same with the F chord. It makes that chord just sound so much bigger. And you could put it together. Another little bonus trick, if you're playing in the people's key in the key of G major, and you're playing like, say, C, G, and D and all that good stuff, take that C shape and move it up 2 frets. Now we have a really, really, really pretty D chord. And basically what it is taking the D chord and those embellishments that we do, we get to play those 2 notes at the same time, and it's like, it just sounds really cool when you do that. Another trick that I think is important to start as early as possible is finger picking. It can be a little complicated at first or intimidating, but it really doesn't have to be. A really good song that I like to play is Tears in Heaven, because it does a lot of alternating between the thumb and the other fingers. But the thumb alternations aren't that complicated, as you can see. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to kind of break that down from a fundamental standpoint for you. Also, you don't have to play other people's music. I don't even remember where I learned this, but I use it as a warm-up sometime, and it actually sounds pretty cool. So don't be afraid to break the rules a little bit. Nothing's set in stone with music or the guitar, especially in rock and roll and blues. Nothing is off limits. So do me a favor, let me know in the comments below what you thought of this video. Let me know if you learned anything. I hope you did. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy it, run up, bear hug the like button for me. It really helps me out when you do that. And if you do like these kind of videos, I'm gonna leave something over here for you that I think you'll probably like as well. Remember, practice doesn't necessarily make you perfect, but it can make you okay. We'll see you on the next one.